So it's come to this, the final weapon, the final chance for me to say something about this, the bow in Monster Hunter Rise. I don't hate it. So I've been pretty honest about every weapon to this point, and the bow is a weapon that I'm just gonna be honest. This is a weapon that I like seeing on hunts, but I personally don't like playing. It definitely is very skill reliant and very stamina reliant. And my main thing with weapons like this is really or just in general, this weapon, not even weapons like this. I like bow. I really do. And I'm gonna be honestly, after taking a bit of time to talk about it and talking about every weapon to this point, I want to make it very clear. I actually like every weapon in Monster Hunter. Do I enjoy playing every weapon? No, I have my preferences. I have the weapons that I like. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that a weapon that I don't use very often is gonna be something that I'm gonna actively be like, yeah, no, this is a great weapon. And you know, I highly recommend it. Now, don't get me wrong, I do recommend every weapon that I have talked about so far. Because in all honesty, I'd rather tell you guys exactly how I feel about a weapon and tell you guys that you should try basically every weapon when you're playing this game. And it's because, in all honesty, every weapon's gonna feel different. Every weapon's going to have different things. Every weapon's gonna feel entirely different. You might find that you don't like, let's say, heavy bow gun, or uh, you don't like switch axe, or you don't like hunting horn, or you don't like sword and shield. You might not be a great sword player. You might not be a longsword player. You might not be a dual blades player. Like, the reality is what you like to hunt with and what you actively are going to use in this game comes down to you. Now, this weapon is a weapon that I'm not gonna ever really pull out for a hunt, even when I'm playing with my friends. Even though I have fun with the weapon, even though I enjoy the weapon to a degree, I find myself not picking it for multiple reasons. I'm just not a bow main. That's the reason why I don't play light bowgun. That's the reason why I don't play heavy bowgun. And that's kinda why I don't touch Insect Glaive to the same degree that I used to. It's okay to have a ranged option. It's okay to have the ability to hit the opponent from range. That's why Insect Glaive will get more of a pass than the bows and the bow guns. But they're not really weapons I see myself truly thinking about when I'm trying to decide what I want to hunt with. When I start a new character, what weapons would I be comfortable sitting here playing with? And largely that ends up being greatsword or switch axe or these weapons that I wouldn't traditionally sit there and be like, oh yeah, no, that's not something that like is just not my style. I like bowgun. I like the bow. I like the heavy bow gun. I like the light bow gun. I like the ranged weapons in this game, but it's just not my preference. I really like the close ranged weapons. I like weapons that force me to have to learn how to dodge, learn to have to time when I go into attack, time when I'm actively allowed to hit the monster, benefit me from knowing the monster to a degree, understanding openings, understanding different hitboxes matter. It's the reason why Hammer, as much as it's a weapon that I don't see myself maining, it is something I do enjoy playing when I have the time. Things like Switch Axe, I thoroughly enjoy because no matter how aggressive the weapon is, you still have to find openings. You still have to take the time to understand how the mechanics of the weapon if you're gonna main it. That's why I'm a Switch Axe main. That's why I enjoy Greatsword. That's why I enjoy the weapons I do. Because every weapon in Monster Hunter is fun. I'm going to say that. Every Monster Hunter weapon is fun. And I mostly wanted to wait till I got to Bow to tell you guys, just play whatever. Whether my opinions on a weapon are good or bad in your eyes, the reality is, play Monster Hunter how you want to play. If you enjoy a weapon, you should be open about it. If you prefer your friends to play other weapons that you're not playing, you should say that. If you enjoy everyone having a main weapon, run that across them. Be open about yourself and how you play this game. Be open about yourself and how you game in general, because you matter. Be honest with people. When something starts bugging you in this, especially with Monster Hunter, like I had to restart my account here recently, and I just don't enjoy low rank hunts in a game that I've already had to do on N before. They're a slog, they're boring, and honestly, I'd rather not do them. But they are mandatory for me to get to those higher ranks. At the end of the day, gaming is supposed to be fun. Gaming is supposed to be something you enjoy, and when you jump into a game with your friends, you're going to enjoy yourself, but make sure that you say something. Make sure that when you stop having fun, if you start having those moments where you're getting upset with how things are going in the game, be honest. You don't have to hide your feelings. Needless to say, I want you guys to start being honest about what weapons you enjoy, because I am too. So this one's kind of a hard video to really make because this is the end of my honest opinion on every weapon. And whereas some of them have been good, some of them have been bad, and some of them have really changed since the start of the series, especially the more that I've used them ever after, I've come to really appreciate everyone's preference in this game. Their different style, the different way that they come into this game, with different weapons, different styles of running each weapon, their different preferences in the weapons that they use, and just in general what they like about this game and what they don't. I've grown to appreciate everyone's play styles. I've grown to appreciate everyone's preference in weapons, their preference in the monsters they like hunting, the rarities, and even more than that, just seeing the genuine enjoyment of this game. I know I come across as very negative sometimes in some of these videos when I start talking about things and very opinionated. That was the point of these videos. They weren't supposed to be factual, they were more my opinions and how I actually truly feel about these weapons. And honestly, I can say every weapon is unique and interesting. Before the series started, I wouldn't have given something like Charged Blade or Gunlance a chance. They were interesting looking and they had a lot of mechanics to them, but this made me appreciate those weapons that I never really gave a chance. So, ending off the series, I wanted to let you guys know that my final thoughts on every weapon can be summed up as this. It might not be for me, but if you like it, run with it. Whereas my opinion, it has been very verbal and very honest and very straightforward. My feelings that I've gotten with each weapon, the way that I've addressed playing each weapon, even if it was factually incorrect. I'm glad I got to talk about my feelings about every weapon in Monster Hunter. Now, I think it's time you guys did the same. That's all of the time I've got for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'm sorry that the last few have been short. My opinions with these weapons are pretty vague in all honesty, but I did want to make sure that you guys got to get these videos, and I wanted to get these last few out as quickly as possible because I have been procrastinating on these videos for quite some time, and I am sorry. I am going to attempt to start uploading about once a week. Maybe it'll be Sparking Zero, maybe it'll be a conversation video, I don't know yet. I'm gonna try and start streaming as well, so be on the lookout for that. I might play Monster Hunter on stream, I don't know yet. But just know, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, I am Yuya Nagamura, the owner of Nagamura Studios, and I will always catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. But also, real talk, fuck the kunai.